This is the courtroom of Judge Trudy. When you've got a beef, don't take the law into your own hands. Put your beef in the hands of Judge Trudy.
You're just a kid.
Overruled!
Put your beef in her hands. Back before I came to the main hospital, I used to work at one of their off-sites, and they had like a physical therapy gym in there. Anyway, there was a really large waiting room, and the TV in there was usually set to Nickelodeon. So over the course of a couple of years, I caught snippets of a lot of episodes of The Amanda Show, and I noticed that those double entendres, there was double entendres like that in every episode. And don't forget what her stalker character's name was, Penelope Taint. Taint. Seriously? Taint?
Amanda! Amanda! I love ya! Amanda! Amanda Bynes! This has been Penelope Taint. Thank you, please.
And Nickelodeon's not the only ones who ever played that game. I've seen that in a lot of different productions. Fine Brothers. The Olsen twins were sexualized. I remember people having countdown clocks to when they turned 18. Miley Cyrus, Lindsay Lohan, Britney Spears. Chris was telling me this story last year about how he went to a father-daughter dance. And what's that about? Father-daughter dance? And he finds himself in this room where like all these little girls, we're talking like grade, third grade, all these little girls are up on a stage and they're dancing and they were doing like a dance number to the song I'm So Sexy. And out of the audience is just this room full of middle-aged men with videotaping it. And he was like, in any other situation, the cops would have been busting down the door, throwing everybody into paddy wagons. And it's not a phenomenon that's getting any better over the years. The age at which little girls are being sexualized gets younger as time goes on. And it's just this weird ritual in our culture where this is done, but then everyone pretends like it's not happening, and then when the child sire finally turns 18, all of a sudden they're running around half naked on stage singing about sex. Then they start running around New York City without any underwear on, and then a couple years later they go crazy and have a nervous breakdown. And some of them recover, and some of them just stay weird forever. Why didn't you tell me I had this open? I am not refilming all of that. At any rate, my point is, if you're being sexually objectified at a young age, the age where you're forming your identity, it's gonna take a psychological and emotional toll. Because ultimately what these girls are being taught is that this is your only value. This is all of your value. The fact that you have boobs, the fact that people want to have sex with you. And of course that's not true, but I think some of these girls, it takes them a really long time to figure out that that's not true. And meanwhile, if you're living your life with a false sense of what life is about, it'll mess with your head. And the sad part is, a lot of celebrities just kind of, they're living in a bubble surrounded by a bunch of people who tell you what you want to hear, and you don't necessarily have any access to what's real. And even if they're in therapy, it's like, if I'm a celebrity therapist, I lose out on a lot of money if you recover. That's what killed Michael Jackson, was just having a fucking doctor who prescribed him whatever he asked for. And the root of all this BS is money, because the big wigs all know that sex sells, so why not start out another little girl on the road to having a nervous breakdown when she's 25? Because I'm gonna make a crap ton of money before that happens. And then People Magazine's gonna make a crap ton of money off the nervous breakdown. And the therapist is gonna make a crap ton of money. Everyone's gonna make a crap ton of money. This girl's just a fucking money machine. And when she stops making everybody a crap ton of money, just crumple her up, throw her in the garbage, we'll go get another one. There's no shortage of pretty little girls. There's millions of non-famous little girls out there who are also spending a crap ton of money trying to look like the famous ones. And this is why I have respect for child stars like Mayim Bialik, Blossom. She grew up and became a frickin' neurobiologist, and now she's like absolutely fucking hilarious on The Big Bang Theory. Who's that other girl? She played Winnie on The Wonder Years, and then she went on to write books that encourage girls to learn math. Out here on YouTube, I've got a lot of respect for like Daily Grace, who in her pilot episode tells us that she will not show us her tits. And she never has. There's also Beth and Show and Shannon Coffey. I got respect for those guys. Women like this are the only ones who can resolve this issue, because they're putting themselves out there as alternative role models for girls. So thank you, you guys, because you know what? My brother Tim has 6 daughters. 6 daughters. Oh. So I would really like for him to not have a nervous breakdown himself. Alright, I guess I'm done here for today. Sorry if I sounded preachy. I'll promise to be funny tomorrow.
See you later, alligator. After a while, crocodile. See you later, alligator. After a while, crocodile. Ooh, you come on like a dream. Peaches and cream, lips like strawberry wine. You're 16. You're beautiful and you're mine. You're all ribbons and curls. Oh, what a girl. Eyes that twinkle and shine. You're 16. You're beautiful and you're mine.